real things happen. Like, I'm gonna let y'all in a little bit of tea. Hi guys, what's good, y'all? It's your girl Tay, back on the video. Make sure you like the video. I'm pretty sure you're gonna like it anyway, so you might as well just like the video. Like, there's no other reason. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because there's gonna be more story times like this. I see that y'all like my story times. Am I a storyteller? Am I a storyteller? Am I a storyteller? Let me know in the comments if y'all want more story times like this. I'm in between hot and cold right now, so that's why this cardigan is drooping off my shoulders, and it's kind of cute like this. So yeah, enough rambling. Let's just get straight into the video. Brown lipstick, y'all. Just so y'all know, my lips ain't that. As you can tell by the title, this story time is about a time that I got fired for no reason. Child, I got fired for no reason. The reason was ridiculous. So I'm saying it was no reason because when I asked them, they didn't really have an answer other than it's not working out. So was that the reason? Let me know in the comments what y'all think, if that's a reason or not. But I'm gonna tell y'all the reason they told me, and then when I questioned them, they just ended up saying it wasn't working out, right? Let's backtrack. So I came across this job on Indeed back in 2018, and it was for a brand ambassador position. The description they had on the job posting was very, very enticing. It was like world of chocolate and candy, and you're gonna be one of the workers here. I'm thinking I'm gonna be one of like the I don't know what they're called, the little, what's their name? I'm sorry, I can't think of it, but with the little jumpsuits on that was working at Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. That's what I thought I was gonna be doing. They wanted us to memorize a script. I'm not no actor, but I can get in character if you need me to, okay? Everything was great. Everything was read off, checked off all my boxes. I barely had to do improv. I just like said the script really, and they were like, you get the golden ticket. I'm like, boom, got the golden ticket. Great, great, great. And by the way, this video, I just want to make a disclaimer. This video is not to bash the companies, not to tear down their name or anything like that, but it is to spread awareness, and it is to tell my story, because I feel like a lot of people, not only from that company at that time that probably may have worked with me or not, or in other locations, may have went through the same thing, especially when you have someone that's really actually doing their job versus people that are not, that are still employed. Anyway, we're gonna get there. The supervisor at the time was cool with all of us. Like, that was like the homie, you feel me? Everybody was cool with him. Let's say his name is Bob, right? Let's call him Bob. So everybody was cool with Bob. Everybody loved Bob, even though he could be a little strict at times. You know, he still had good intentions, right? The money was good. The experience was great. My friends was great. I probably would have stayed there forever. Keeping it real back then in 2018. But things took a turn when they came back for the second time in 2022. 4 years later, 2022, they come back and things were different and not for the better. Like, I don't know what they experienced, but they basically had a new manager or management, whatever. And Bob was still around, but this time he was at a higher position. Now, Bob is also a person that is he can be very egotistical in his power. So it can get to his head. And those types of people, like, I'm sure they don't get much attention outside of the job. So when they're on the job, it's like, instill your power and let them know, hey, this is my position now. So that's how it was very much coming off. I don't do this, I don't do that. This is the manager that's in my position now. I'm a little bit higher. But for the second time around, Bob just brought me on board. So obviously, you know, if you're bringing me on board right away without even having a formal interview, then it says something about our relationship or your experience with me as your employee. So boom, Bob doesn't give me an interview. He's just like, yep, come in. Can you start helping us? Like, we're setting up, we're getting things ready. We're gonna launch and open in like the next month or two. Our new supervisor now, her name was Marcy. Let's call her Marcy. And so all of a sudden Marcy's coming in saying hi to her, whatever, but like her energy is a little bit weird. Like Marcy is not that welcoming, she's not that friendly. She's like saying hello and hi and stuff, but I'm not feeling the friendly vibes. Like she wants to get to know people. So we're still just figuring her out, right? So then I get pulled into her office, you know, to meet and greet, I guess. But I'm not sure if Marcy had a problem with me just being onboarded without her interviewing me, but that was the case for like most of us that was there since last season. So it's like, I don't know what your issue or your power struggle is, but when I came in the room to sit and meet and greet, I'm thinking it's a meet and greet and she's kind of like trying to like interview me. It was just weird. Like I didn't feel how I normally feel when I meet people. Like I'm very outgoing, very open to meeting people, very open to getting to know them. But with this person, she was just like very standoffish. Nice, still friendly, but I'm just noticing vibes. Okay. So I just moved the camera, get some better lighting. Throughout the process, as we're getting into the grand opening, Marcy starts to show her true colors. So there's moments where she's erupting and exploding with her emotions. Like she's yelling at us, she's bossing us around, she's trying to use intimidation tactics, she's getting red in the face. Like let's say for example, we came in one time, this lady sends an email blast to all the managers. Basically at this job, you don't get commended for the good things you do, you don't get commended for actually doing your job, you only get scolded. So it was a very toxic and hostile work environment. And we would all complain about her. We would also complain to Bob about her. He wouldn't do anything. He would just either get rid of people or like tell them to take it up with her. Like he didn't really want to have much involvement with it, but he knew the problem was her because everybody would complain about her, but he still kept her. So one time she sends us an email blast about popsicles, and we're getting an email about eating her popsicles that she had in the freezer because it was like snacks they would buy. Comes to find out, one of the managers actually bought her own popsicles and it was the same brand she had. So this lady is going off on us about popsicles and she didn't even check that her popsicles were still there. You didn't ask us, you're just sending an email blacking. That's just one example. Like she would use fear tactics. Like for example, she would want, like she'd call us all on the walkie. Let's say we're all setting up, it's early in the morning, everybody comes in. And she comes in maybe like an hour later and she's calling all ASMs to the office, right? So we get to the office and she's just standing there and she's red and she's like, who did this? Who did that? Why is this not done? Why is that not done? Blah, blah, blah. But then when it came to me, I didn't let her tactics, I didn't show that her tactics would like bother me. So whenever she would tell me to do something or she tried to like make me feel like inferior, I'd be like, okay, no problem. Anything else you need? Like anything else you need done? I would try to keep it very short and simple because I don't want to black on you, okay? I'm a person too. You're not just gonna talk to me any kind of way because you're having a bad day. That's not how that's gonna go. There was another time where we were promised in the beginning that all the ASMs would get a key to the building to come in for morning shifts, especially if you work the morning shift. Now, I also worked part-time for Sephora, and I will also do another video on that because I had another experience at Sephora as well. As time goes on, I'm noticing, I'm hearing, oh, this person got a key, this person got a key, these people all got keys, she handed out keys. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe I wasn't there, maybe she missed me, so I, sent her a quick message like, hey, I wasn't able to get a key today. Are we still gonna get keys? Because she knows that I work the morning shift. She's like, oh, I only gave them to a few people. I don't have that much keys to give, so have the others let you in the morning when you come. Like, I gotta wait on other people to get to work first. What if they're late? You're not here in the morning letting people in. The way the building was set up, it was like, everybody has to come in downstairs to get upstairs. So you need a key to the building because that's where our office is upstairs. So if nobody's there to open the door downstairs on time, now I'm stuck outside. You promised all of the ASM's keys. Basically, she didn't want to give me a key. I didn't make it a big deal. I only asked her once. Then it started to become a thing because people will come late and I'm standing outside. Now I'm not even clocking in on time. So if I'm here on time and nobody else is here before me and they're late, now I'm late too. That was the unfair part. So that's where I came in and I asked her again, maybe like another week later, maybe like a week or two later, because I didn't want to be too pesty. But you promised us. So I'm just doing my job. Like you told me something, I'm just following up. She took that as, I don't know what she took it as, but basically Bob came to me. He was like, what's going on with this key issue? Stop asking her for a key. Like, why do you keep asking for keys? You don't just have a right to a key. Sassy. Number one, nobody was begging for a key. Y'all told us this. So I'm just trying to make sure I get to work and clocked in on time. I don't care about being here before y'all. I don't care about opening up. I honestly don't even want to be here. If we keeping it real, I just need my paycheck. So what are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Well, just stop asking her. I let it go. I stopped asking her. If I was late, I let her know. As things go on, she's just showing her colors. Like, her office is a mess. It's atrocious. Papers everywhere, Pepsi cans and soda cans everywhere, on files everywhere. There's no organization in the office at all. Like, disgusting. Like, if you live in like this and you're just sitting in this office every day with a crowded mess, I can only imagine how your house looks. It was just a lot of things that she needed help with. And Bob knew this. So there was really nothing that the ASMs could do. There's nothing I could say I could do. All of us would talk about it. We talk about her. Crazy, why is she always blacking over something small? There's bigger things in the world to worry about. It's really not that hard of a job. And that's the thing that had me in like my panties in a bunch. My panties were in a bunch because the job is not hard. I've been there, done that. It's the same thing. It's not hard. It's fairly simple and fairly easy, but you're making it hard. When we come into work, you literally want to make things harder. Things that really needed to be addressed, there's times that real things happen. Like, I'm gonna let y'all in a little bit of tea. A few girls that ended up jumping in ASM. They jumped her. Yeah, she got jumped. And what was done about it? You think Marcy did something about that and had a meeting? You think she called a meeting? You think she cared about our safety? You think she addressed any of it? You know what she told us to do? Not talk about it. She don't want to hear it. She said, I don't want to hear any of this on the floor. Do not discuss this here. That's what was done about it. So screw our safety. Screw us feeling unsafe by the BAs that we have to supervise. Forget that. I'm like, okay, well, this is unfair. We're doing our jobs. The things they say for us not to do, we need to fix. We're fixing and we're not getting recognized for it. You're still finding other things to complain about. So they had a meeting one time, and do you think any of the ASMs were allowed to speak their truth on how we felt or what we thought could change? This is a meeting, right? Shall we get to this meeting? Such a joke. Such a joke. We were all not allowed to speak. Not allowed to talk. We didn't. Do you guys have anything to say? No. There was this one girl that ended up getting fired. Marcy told the other ASMs that some people at the job felt uncomfortable by her. If you've seen this girl wear makeup every day. She's bubbly personality. Like, I don't know how she was treating people or whatever, but I never had a bad interaction with her. And she was from the last season. She was from 2018 along with me. So I worked with her before. I know who this person is. You're lying on her. We asked each other. We said, did you ever feel uncomfortable? There was people saying no, never. I said no, never. I never felt uncomfortable. What are you even talking about? There's ASMs that could have had a little bit more training, but they still tried their hardest. But instead of correcting us with the training, as a GM in management, you're scolding them. You're making them cry. You're making them feel like they're gonna get fired every day. Crying by the end of their shift or on their shift because they're getting yelled at for something that wasn't that deep. I gotta speak out. I'm sorry. And that's the point of this video, is to speak out, because There's people that actually came there to do their job, to improve, to be better. And the more that they did to try to show they did better, the more they weren't acknowledged for it. The more they did not get any recognition for it. The more that she found more things to scold and to say, hey, this is what you're not doing. Isn't that toxic? Does that not sound toxic to you? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what y'all think, how that sounds. Would you still want to work there? Would you still want to work there? But it wasn't worth it mentally. It wasn't worth being in that environment mentally when somebody is not emotionally stable in their career. Like, you're coming to work letting out whatever it is you're going through, whatever you feel like outside of work, onto people that are doing their jobs. So boom, how it comes back to me. So I gotta laugh because she wasn't hurting me. She actually did me a favor and blessed me. I ended up getting another job, another 2 jobs. How I ended up getting fired was, just to make this clear, she told us we were allowed to be on our phones because we are in communication with her and each other, but mostly her. If we have to text or call or anything, the only people that are allowed to be on their phones was the assistant managers. No BA should be on their phone. Do you know how many BAs I caught on their phone that was still working there after I got fired? I got fired for being on my phone for the first time without warning. I didn't get a warning, baby. That's how I knew the vendetta was personal against me. I didn't even get a warning. And Bob was in complete agreement with it. He's the one that actually told me out his mouth, not her, because she's scary. I wonder why. Because I wasn't having it. I would have corrected her properly, and she probably wouldn't be able to handle it, so which is why she didn't do it anyway. So I was on my phone doing something. I'm not texting or nothing, I'm checking something, right? But regardless, it doesn't even matter what I was doing because how it happened was so wrong. And my manager passes by, Bob. He doesn't even look at me. He gets off the elevator, but I'm in the side room and he comes out the elevator because the people go on the elevator to go upstairs. And he just walks out, straight out, like outside. He sees me, I guess, and he's like, hey, why are you on your phone? He's still walking, so I know he don't want an answer for real because you're not asking me why to get an answer. You're trying to call me out. I said, I'm just changing boards. He didn't even look me in my eye. He just kept walking straight. Okay, so I put my phone away, right? But after that, I'm about to leave my shift. I go upstairs. We have to do a report before you leave your shift. And Marcy comes in the room and she's like, Tajay, can we speak to you for a second? You know, one of those calls. So in my head, I'm like, what is this about? Because they've been letting people go left and right and we haven't been open for that long. So, you know, sometimes jobs, they overhire people and then eventually, like throughout the next few weeks, they're firing people to, you know, balance out their payroll. So that's what was happening. But I didn't think it would happen to me because I'm holding shit down. So they call me in the room and Bob goes, so we're gonna have to let you go. And I'm like, okay, why? He was like, well, because did I not see you on your phone today? Did I not catch you on your phone? I was like, I don't think that's how it happened, but okay. He goes, yeah, it's just not gonna work out. I was like, so no warning? Like, you didn't even give me a warning. He was like, I just don't think it's gonna work out. So for me, there's no argument because it's not working out. That's what you're really telling me. You're not telling me it's my phone. You said that. I said that. I don't think that's how it happened. I'm not even gonna bother to explain myself. In my head, I'm just thinking, I'm like, this don't make no sense. But instead of arguing, y'all want me to plead, cry. I don't care about this shit that much. Like, so you know what I did? I kept it cute, baby. I kept it cute. Look at her. Look at him. I said, okay. All right. And I got up and I left the room, right? And I just left. I just walked out. And I deleted all of my report, whatever that I wrote for the day that they needed to know about that happened in my zone. Oh, I took all that information out. Y'all not about to get that and then, what y'all thought this was? Deleted my information. Now you get no feedback from me. And that was that. All right, y'all, that's it for this video. My camera is dying, but thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know if y'all like my story times. Like I said, another job, 2 lined up. Don't ever stay somewhere where someone's trying to put intimidation in your heart, okay? Know your worth. Know that you're better than that. And no matter how much they're paying you. For me, every situation is different, so I can't speak on it. But for me, my respect is more important, and I know my value, I know my worth. And if I'm getting treated like I'm not of value, then there's no point in me being there. And it was actually a blessing in disguise. So yeah, that being said, make sure y'all tune in and subscribe to the channel. Hit those post notifications so you know the next time I post the next video. And yeah, that's it. See y'all in the next video. Bye.